Well, hello there. Welcome back to another edition of Kitchen Table Talk at Lolo's. This is yours truly, Lawrence Pintard, aka Lolo, and this episode that we're airing tonight was actually a Friday night special to top off the week. But because of a ton of research and just get put this information together, I run into today, and so I had to finish take care of the day, and of course I had family chores and family visits, go to town, and wife and I did it today Saturday, so we did our thing today. But let's dive into this video here. We got some interesting numbers to reveal in this specific episode. Now, y'all know we talk about the gig world. We're talking specifically to entrepreneurs. We are asking the question from the kitchen table: are you sure you want to become a part of the rideshare community and enter that industry and drive for one of the few rideshare companies? Um, the two leading ones we're referring to right now is Uber, and number two in second place is Lyft. However, in the earlier videos, we talked about all of the different options you have to apply yourself and you can make money and whatnot. I have been partaking or participating in the lowest income of the rideshare. And I wish these guys would just stop doing it because, I guess some school kids or some people are doing it. But I'm telling you, after I tell you all how much money I made this week of doing or entering the lowest part of the rideshare community, which is food delivery, specifically Uber Eats, stick around till the end of this video. I'm gonna tell you how much money I made. You can be like, what? Stick, and then I'm gonna give you some other news. But let's just talk about numbers. Let's talk about salary. Let's talk about income and what you can look forward to. Now, I'm from the islands of the Bahamas, and I was born way back in 1958. I'm at age 66, on a 67 this year. We've never crunched numbers and talked about salary and working for 40 years. Though I've had that example in my family. My grandmother worked for the Bahamas government as a janitor, a cleaning lady, for maybe 40 something years. And I don't want to tell you what she got when she was retiring. But let's go ahead and look at these numbers and these salaries and talk about what type of money you can earn per week, per year. And we're going to use a specific number like 40. So 40 years of working. I started working at a much earlier age than 40, than 20, because I didn't go to college at a young age. I didn't go to college until my adult life. But let's talk about these numbers. If you are working for $5 an hour times 40 hours a week, your income at the end of the week is a whopping $200. Now, if you are not earning this type of money in the gig world and W 2, where you just get some tax break, you got a very smart tax person or accountant who knows how to write off certain things, or because you may be below certain salary level. Because $5 is literally, that's below the minimum wage. I think the minimum wage is judged for 550 or 570. I think it may went up. I don't know. It's went down. Some places it's 450, 470. And I'm on top of the Caribbean and those other places. Some of those places, they getting like less than $1 an hour. Some places, but we ain't getting to that right now. Let's talk about the United States. Let's talk about general stuff where persons can participate in the stock market, other investments. You have a ton of different places to invest your money and make good money too. But $5 an hour is going to give you $200 a week times 52 weeks, going to give you $10,400 per year. You need 3 to 4 people in the house to survive off that. 40 years, you're only going to accumulate $616,000, but only meaning by yourself. But if there are 2 to 4 people in a household for 40 years, that's times 4, guys. That's times 4. With compound interest, a few of you guys can come out ahead, even if you're only saving up approximately a quarter or 1/3 of what you're earning. Let's look at $7.50 per hour times 40 hours equals $300 times 52 weeks equals how much? $15,600 per year times 40 years. It's going to give you a whopping $624,000 over a lifetime. Some people are making that in 1 year. You know what that means? You need to up your game. You need to up your game because in 40 years, you're not going to be able to live off of $312,000, not off of 40 years, unless you did it correctly. And with a partner, two people, that's 1.2 million per year. You can survive off that. But let's look at $10 an hour. I don't want to get hung up on them. $10 an hour times 40 hours a week, $400. $400 times 52 weeks, $20,800. Over a lifetime of working 40 years, gonna give you right around $832,000. Now, we're getting somewhere. We can work with something like this now. Now, Manhattan, China, other places, you can get a room or an efficiency smaller than this kitchen, probably. You know, maybe 6 feet by about 4 feet, 4 or 5 feet wide, under $100. But who say you're going to spend $400 or $500 a week? You have an extended stay. It used to be $195. It's up to $250, and then from $250, once if you stay there every year, they keep going up a couple percent every year. Other than if you move, because you're not on contract, you could move and catch a special and ride out again and revamp back to a lower expenditure. You could stay in an extended stay hotel for $300 a week. That's still $1,200 a month. But $1,200 a month times 12, that's still a lot of money. So how you can make it for 40 years? Now you might want to start there, but then you can end up renting to buy, purchase, or you can end up buying a small house. Or 2 people or 3 people or 4 people or family can buy a house, pool together, and everybody save their money. Okay, let's move on from $10 an hour. $15 an hour. How about $15 an hour? Can you work at $15 an hour? Okay, $15 an hour times 40 hours a week is going to give you $600 a week. $600 a week. So if you got 2 people, that's $1,200 a week. That's $4,800 a month. Everybody can put half and half, and you should be able to get by with that. But if we're looking at $15, $600 a week times 52 weeks, $31,200 per year, each person should be able to live off $15,000 because $30,000 can run the house. And you can still live and you can also invest a 30-year money. But you're working for over a period of 40 years. 40 years. At $15 an hour, you're looking at $1,248,000 over a period of a lifetime. 40 years of working. Let's just jump. $20 an hour times 40 hours a week. $800 per week times 52 weeks, $41,600 per year. Now we're getting somewhere. Now we're getting somewhere. Now we get now this happy. These are happy numbers now. Over a period of 40 years. Over a period of 40 years. $20 an hour over a period of 40 years. $20 an hour over a period of 40 years. Gonna give you $1,664,000. That's over 40 years. Now, if you set your pace, This is a smooth pace. This is smooth little pace. You should be able to survive greatly off of that. Let's jump to the last two. $25 an hour. It's dancing money. $25 an hour times 40 hours a week. It's going to give you $1,000 per week. 52 weeks, $41,600 per year. Times 40 years. $1,664,000 over a period of a lifetime. Now, if you only save up to $664,000 and you live with the $1 million over a period of a whole year, you got a house up to $250,000. Two people in the house together on $20 an hour, 40 years. That's $3 million. That's $3 million. That's almost $3.25 million. Two persons, if you can get along or if you don't get along, live in the back, one live in the back, one live in the front, one live on the left side, one live on the right side. Get a duplex if you have to. You ain't got to speak to one another, but this is for economy's sake. If this dancing money, $25 an hour, $1,000 a week, $52 a year, $52,000 a year, and 40 years, $2,080,000. Okay, now let's get to the dancing money. Let's do dancing money now. Dancing money is $30 an hour. That's these guys who are technicians. They work at the Coca-Cola factories, the electrical companies, the phone companies, the elevator service guys. They get it $30 an hour. Some of them you even get a little more. But if you're doing $30 an hour, run to college. You don't even need no education. All you need is the knowledge to be able to do the job. Some of these jobs is on-the-job training. Once you know your tools, once you sit under somebody for 6 weeks, 3 months, you carry on. You got family or friends, or you get in a union. You work for 40 years at $30 an hour. You're looking at $2,496,000. Man, you could do something with that type of money. Now you got two people in the house working like that. You can carry a family with ease. $25 an hour, you can carry a family with ease. $20 an hour, you should be able to carry a family with ease. You gotta start from your first paycheck out the gate. If you're in college, you may have to work. You may have to go to college for the first year, 2 years, unless you go in. Start college unless you go into your studies with credits. You may not be able to work the first year, but if you can work the first year, the second year, you start putting money aside. Compound interest. Go and read Rich Dad Poor Dad. I ain't advertising. I'm not selling nothing. But check it out. A good friend of mine, Jeffrey Fazani, one of my disciple brothers up in the north, moved from New York over to Connecticut. Smart brother. Brother told me about Rich Dad Poor Dad. I read some books before, but that one really opened my eyes. But when you're looking at numbers like this, $30 an hour times 40 hours per week, you're bringing them $1,200 a week on a gig. You 1099, 52 weeks, you've made $64,400. And you do that for 40 years? Just consistency. Just consistency is faith. Consistency is faith. Consistency is faith. Like the Bible said, a man who looks at himself in the mirror and turns away from the mirror, forgot what he looked like. See, that's when you decide to apply your faith. And because you're not working or you're on vacation, you have no, like, I don't feel like going to work today. You're not focused. You got to do 40 years. You got to you got to grind for 40 years and invest. you will be the rich dad. I'm telling you. So those numbers, guys, I want to share with you. Now, when you're living on half of what you make and you save the other half through investing, you can live a great and enjoyable retired life. When one is unable to live off half of their income, then live on 2/3 and invest the remaining 25%. Remember, compound interest. Now, it brought me to question when I was researching what jobs can pay $5 an hour. You'd be surprised to know what jobs paying $5 an hour. Experienced medical insurance agents, they hire multiple candidates. Certified accountants, test prep writers. Test prep writers, not the accountant, the test prep writers. English transcriptions remote. You working from home. The transcriptionists are the ones who has to set up all the $5 an hour. Work from home. English, Spanish, beta testers, customer service agents. Of course, they're full time, but they're getting $5 an hour. Data entry clerks, $5 an hour. How about $7.50? The jobs are doing $7.50, same pity. Same pity. Mike Epps. Mike Epps, why are you popping my head? Same pity. But anyhow, love the Friday movie sagas. Direct support professionals, DSP. They don't make it sound pretty. Housekeepers, bartenders, servers. These are the ones who are making $7.50 an hour. They make up with tips. What jobs are paying $10 an hour? Children, elder care, cleaning, agriculture, as well as fast food jobs. These are the $10 an hour jobs. Now, you want to stay in fast food for, say, 5, 10 years and save your money up? I'll tell you a little story about fast food. One of my best friends, I call him my brother, he just moved over to Texas. Retired, moved to Texas. He said he had a lady who he was talking to, helping the same way how I like to crunch numbers and do these things and give people advice. He was talking to this lady in a one-on-one. And he told her, he said, where I'm working, I max out my 401k. And they maxed out with half. She started doing that. She said she had like, he said that she had like, I think that's $175,000. The franchise was $250,000. She had a little longer way to go, a little more time to go and whatnot, but the owners loved her charisma, the way she run the business and the way she managed and did all this stuff. So the company offered her the franchise just to take that money. Now, I don't know what they were into. If I did something like that, that mean I need that money to make up a lump sum to do a big investment that can bring me back 10 times more. Because as you know, there's several investments out there that we can do. You can buy, you're not getting that five, but there's several investments you can do. But they gave it a franchise. And you know, this is, if I'm remembering clearly, this happened about, what, 6, 7 years ago? She now owns 3 franchises. She owned 3 franchises for $175,000 when the franchise was right around $250,000 and a little more. Because of work ethic, sticking it out, looking at that 40 years, working towards it, focus, applying the faith, coming into work, dreaming about it, on time, making it happen, professional, training, team player, management, elite, hitting all the scores, bam, got the opportunity of a $10 an hour job. Because that's exactly what the managers were getting back in those days. $10 an hour. Bookkeepers, telemarketers, licensed clinical social workers, remote admissions professionals, intake coordinators, care managers, LPNs, $10 an hour. Now, tell me, what job's paying $15 an hour? I'm going to speed it up a little bit. Forklift drivers, getting $16 an hour. Yep. Pizza makers, remote call centers, representatives. Those are the $15 an hour jobs. How about the $20 an hour job? Branch sales managers. This 2024, 2025. Special agents, criminal investigators. Warehouse associates. Call center agents, customer services. These are the $20 jobs. The $25 jobs, you're going to get hired through an agency. Dental hygienist. This is the kind of money you want to make? $25 an hour? Data entry specialist. Service master. Medical doctors. Call centers agents. Emergency medical physicians coverage. Office assistants. $30 an hour? You know, technologists, pediatrician, MDs, outpatient physicians, parking enforcement officers, the ones who write the tickets. They should be getting paid because they got a leg go to a lot. I make sure I park where I'm supposed to park, so I don't have no issues. Or I take an Uber. Those are the types of jobs that you can get from $5 to $30. But which of those jobs and companies are going to offer you a pension, retirement? Which of those have union that you can scale and up your game from 20 or 25 an hour or $30 an hour? Well, if I wasn't getting ready to go on ahead and retire right now, that's one of the jobs that I would be going after. Because, like I said, I'm going to tell you the numbers. Hmm, hmm, hmm. Let me see. I was so disgusted. I didn't even work much this week. I was so disgusted. When I say I was disgusted, I was disgusted. Now, let's break this on down. Let's see details. That's the details. Can y'all see the details? I'm going to read it for you. 9 hours. 8 hours and 52 minutes. That's 9 hours. If y'all don't like me saying 9 hours, then, wait. 8 hours and 52 minutes, but I call it 9 hours. 18 deliveries. 44 points. 9 hours. $71.90 net pay. Tips, $55.25 for a total of $127.15 for 9 hours. Now, I don't think mom would tell me, boy, go work, be grateful, because I'm using my car, my fuel, for $5 for less than $5 an hour. $5 and below an hour. And thank God for the tips. Otherwise, I quit. I quit. I ain't driving no food thing no more. Oh, you lost your mind. That's man, that's slavery. No. We ain't doing that. No. That's the numbers, right? We ain't doing that. We ain't doing that. We ain't doing that. I made more money than that. I made more money than that when I was 15 years old. And I started pushing them up at age 7 for my neighbor's little drugstore. And then when he opened up a larger one in a more popular area, I was taking care of that too. I remember working at Nick Moscow and Son. I was a come home dirty, but I was making money. Construction. Carrying a bag of lime on the shoulder, taking 2 blocks at a time and mixing concrete and cement and doing all that stuff. I made money. Then I went to, that was good, I'm sorry, that was good night pools in Nassau. Then I went to Nick Motzka and Sons and I got my trade of carpentry, fine woodwork and all that stuff. I made money. This is 2025. I'm glad it was only an experiment for me for a couple of weeks. But now, starting Monday, starting Monday, starting Monday, we can go back into the rideshare. So I'm doing this experiment so I can show you guys what's up. So we can go from food to Uber X Share, which is Uber Pool and Uber Comfort. My vehicle is a Comfort. And guess what? I wanted to rent a car, but to rent a car and pay $402 a week for a Comfort vehicle. And when you rent a Comfort vehicle, you're paying Comfort expenditures for your vehicle and maintain your vehicle. It takes more fuel. It requires more. It's a larger car, Comfort car. You got to clean it more. Folks in the backyard crossing the foot and putting their foot up on the bucket seat, and they think they're all privileged. You know how much I pay for this ride, and you know, and even candy wrappers. You got to check out every single ride, every last one, because it's done deliberately and indeliberately. Accidentally dropping stuff at the bar, looking for things, driving at night, going where they want to go, whatnot. You know, I don't think everybody. I think it's way less than 50% of people who deliberately eat their gum going to the nightclub and they throw their wrapper on the floor and leaving their drink inside the back of the car, and you picking people up on this stuff, and I don't like that. I like my car spick and span, and not even a grain of sand I want to be visible to the naked eye. Because it's large enough to be seen from the naked eye. On my black rock in my car. Not doing it. So, with that being said, I'm explaining to you, with the Comfort, more money for the Comfort, you might get 1 or 2 Comfort rides every 2 days. And the rest of the ride, you can get Uber X. So you might as well just get a compact car, squeeze them in the back. It doesn't matter how much money you pay. It ain't that bad, and I'm not that critical. I'm more loving than that. That's why I continue doing the Uber X Share, which is the pool in my Comfort. Even though I don't get much Comfort, I should have been making more for Comfort. But I found it or realized that the company caps your money anyway. So if you get around $20 an hour, the tips, for some reason, certain days, some tips you make, it's even pull you back down a little bit. You get the tips, you make a little extra. You can make that rides repetitively and a good ride here and there. They may give you 1 or 2 reservations rides, and you can sit for a little while instead of just let you have the extra $50 make some more money, especially the weekend. No, they're kind of like the money what they really want you to make is money to take it from your rides, put back in your rides as a bonus. Do 100 trips and get $60. Do 120 trips and get $145. Now, the question I like to ask, and I always ask, with the knowledge that you know now, with you wanting to be an entrepreneur, or with you deciding that you want to get into the rideshare industry, bam, do not deliver food because you ain't going to make no money. You're going to get upset. You're going to get angry. You're going to get pissed off. I treated everybody with the utmost respect, took care of the food, everything, except for one situation. And I was still 100% of it. But I'm saying, if you decide to deliver food, or if you are delivering food now, listen to me carefully. In this app, you go three stages before you walk out of the restaurant or out of the store with your package. Confirm order. Do you have an order here for Lolo picking up for Uber Eats? Yes. Verified. There's an order here. You check in. Oh, your order's ready? Lolo's order's ready? Good. Most restaurants or receipts has a barcode. The receipt that has the barcode, you use your phone and you scan it and it say, verified. The little border thing jumps to the top of the screen, say verified, and then you slide across, it's verified, and then another last one comes up, said when that order's there, pick up order, you walk out the door, you pick it up, you go. Now, I bump into one situation, and I'm glad this is like my like last food delivery. Like second to the last. The lady said, took the receipt, said, sign here, please. I said, ma'am, I'm so sorry. You want me to sign the receipt that I just scanned it, already verified. Uber knows it's already verified. Okay? I don't think I should sign that. I said, but what I want to ask you to please do is to make sure that receipt or a duplicate receipt of the same with the customer's name on it is either stapled or taped to that bag. So when I have multiple orders in my car, I can see the name and know what food is going where. That's the procedures. Oh, well, like you have to sign this. My boss say sign it. That order's going to cancel or I'm going to leave it right there. As a matter of fact, I'm going to go ahead and I'm going to cancel. I'm going ahead and I'm going to contact Uber customer support on this situation. And after I told the lady, I said, nope, I'm not signing nothing. I didn't pay for nothing. You're not getting my signature. The app has already verified everything. She called her boss, and the boss said, oh, no, let him take the food. Oh, I said, you give it to me. By the time I finish this communications with Uber support, or I cancel her order and send in my report to Uber. Make sure they don't send me back there, or y'all just don't be participating as part of the Uber Eats program. That's on y'all. But I am not signing. Do not sign it, man. You ain't pay for that with your credit card. That's it, man. Don't sign it. It's verified on the phone in the app twice. Two verifications: verified, order here. Second, verified, you scan it, automatically already verified. Besides, they already gotten paid for it. One place I went to, they told me, oh, well, we want you to verify in front of us and show pickup in front of us because we've had once or twice somebody came in here and stole the food. Well, that's on your customer service. Every single individual place I went to pick up food, I showed them my app. I said, here we go. I said, boom, verified one, boom, verified two. And I came back and I said, bam, pick up. They said, oh, thank you, sir. I said, thank you too. Grab my stuff and gone. One person on all those trips, one person over a course of 3 weeks, now ask me or tell me if I don't sign, I don't get the food and I've already verified twice and pick up, the food will stay right there and then I'll just go ahead and let Uber know y'all refuse to give me the food even after I verified because the camera was inside that place. Anyhow, we're going over this thing and I don't want to ramble on too much, but let me just say this. My grandmother retired. I think she may have gotten 4 pounds. And 4 pounds, 1 pound was like $3 back then, way back in the day. So I think she may have only gotten like disgrace. Let's don't talk about that no more because I can't give you too much of my explanation. Now, that's the past. I'm just saying the example I'm pointing out or the point I'm making here is my grandmother was very loyal. She did 40 years. And if you are going to work to be successful and profitable, you need to do 40 years too. My grandmother's property was paid for. She fed 10 children. 8 came to adult. 2 died at very, very early ages back in the early 1900s. And then she learned from the villagers that she should be using something called cerasee and some other herbal stuff. And that's how her 8 other children made it through. And then also myself and my younger brother. So she still raised 10 of us, 10 of her children. And that's how I get to learn about the herbs and natural foods. And I began to learn on my own after I started to struggle taking medication here in the West. And then I started to wean myself off it. But with that being said, guys, I appreciate you. I love you. I respect you. Thank you so much for tuning in. And just go for the down salary, man. Go for the down salary. Malcolm, I like to see you do that slide. Go for the down salary. $30 an hour is what you're looking for because that's the type of money that's going to bring into you at the end of 40 years. At the end of 40 years, that $30 an hour is going to bring you in a whopping $2,496,000. And if you want to learn more about investing, about setting up the family trust, your LLC, and all this stuff, go back into one of my videos of last year and go into the financial section, the business section, and check out my video on how to get rich and pass on generational wealth to your family. With that being said, my name is Lawrence Pintard, aka Lolo. Looking forward to the next one. Have a great weekend.